My Sifu introduced me, when he introduced me to Wing Chun, to a concept which he called facing the shadow, chasing the shadow. Quite simply, no matter what guard I put on, I want to be, my triangle, my wedge shape wants to be pointing at the bad guy. Now if the bad guy moves, if he starts tracking around looking to try and find the best place, I want to still present this triangle to him. As I get to here, I'll square up again. He comes back around, I'll square up again. He moves around, I square up again. I can square up backwards or forwards, it's irrelevant, I want to square up. What is important is that one leg is always nicely secure on the floor. I don't want to be given the alley shuffle, because at some time I'm in mid-air, and if he was to attack me at that point, I wouldn't be able to absorb his force. If the guy's trying to make some big room to try and find a place, as I track him, I can chase him. So here I'm chasing his shadow. Still facing his shadow, but chasing his shadow, making it a lot harder for him to find an exit to get me. This is really important. If you study chasing the shadow, facing the shadow, this will do 80% of the work for you. It's a really important aspect of what we do in Wing Chun. If you're in trouble, you're going to be adrenalized. It just happens. Unless you're super cool, unless you really are the best man in the world, you're going to have an adrenaline dump. Even if you expect it to come, even if you don't expect it to come, boom, it's going to be adrenaline. It's going to be a couple of things that happen when you're adrenalized, which we just can't stop. One of the things which happens to everyone, if the guy moves quickly and I'm not expecting it, I'll move out the way and put my hands forward. Everybody does. This is a normal human reaction. And if you look at it, this is the guard position from 90% of the martial arts on the planet. This is us in Chun Kyu. So this is a very natural position. Another thing that will happen is I'll develop tunnel vision. And I need to be really aware of getting tunnel vision. I want to make sure that the bad guy can't get too close. So quite simply, I won't see the strikes coming in. That's why State of Origin, you see these really ridiculous things coming from nowhere, big guys getting hit in the side of the head, because they can't see them. So we have to be very aware of adrenaline. Keep a little bit of space from you and the bad guy.
Ready?
Yeah. So when we're training, our default setting for training is actually here, which is simply just to learn how to let the force come in and how to absorb it. So if Sam's trying to grab my ear, I'm just letting him come to me, I'm taking him away, and I'm just hitting out at the same time. If I'm in a real situation and adrenaline's beginning to drip into my system, then more than likely I'm going to have tunnel vision. So if I'm here and Sam's taking again, then this punch is coming out of nowhere. It's invisible. So I've got to make sure that when I'm here, I'm observing his chest, because when he throws a punch, his shoulder will move. And when the shoulder moves, I just turn in that direction. So I'm here, I'm just turning this direction. Once I get outside of the line from Sam's shoulder, it's just getting harder and harder for him to get around and hit me. So quite simply, I've got my guard on saying, hey dude, he moves, I move, he can't get me, boom, and give him a little tickle on the way. So I'm here saying, dude, boom, boom, it's all good. As the distance changes, we get a few more options and we can do things a little bit differently. So he's going from there. Still I want to be slightly defensive and just pivot. Pivot to take this line away. We can see he's got real issues here. Bang. This is very defensive. Wing Chun is defensive. We let the bad guy come in. If I've been given a little bit more notice, I've woken up and I want to really punish him for this. I want to move. Oh, you've been in the same place, okay. I want to get a bit more body mass. Instead of just doing a static pivot, I'll do a stepping pivot. So he's coming at me again. So bang, I'm here now. Still, it's just boom. I'm still thinking that I'm moving to this place here. I'm not thinking I'm moving to here. I'm backing this up with my body mass. So he's coming at me, boom, he's having a bad day. Chun Kyu, I can also start moving in a slightly diagonal way this way. He's taking a punch at me, I step. I'm almost dislocating his arm. Bang, bang, he's having a bad day. He's coming at me again, so I'm just stepping, bang, boom, boom. In general, all we're really doing is walking on guard. This arm is doing very, very little. I'm just chasing the shadow, facing the shadow, making it all happen.